Hey everybody, a Friday edition. We just finished up the show, just finished up the week, and here we are at roughly midday here, October 12th, 2012. Actual Columbus Day? Yes, absolutely. Hey, thanks Columbus. You're a much maligned guy. In fact, quick book plug by Charles Mann, 2 books, companion volumes, 1491 and 1493. Get it? In between, of course, there lay 1492, the actual year of Columbus. I know he didn't discover America. There were people here. I get it. But he kind of discovered it for the Western world that enabled, me to be standing here right now talking to you on an actual video camera instead of doing beans, blankets, and God only knows what we'd be doing. And God bless the Indians. I love the culture and all that. But if it had not been discovered for the Western world, there's pretty well no America. Okay, that's probably another talk show. So let's go to something else. Let's talk about debates and deceptions. We stand here in a sandwich of time. The vice presidential debate, as I speak to you, was last night. The presidential debate in the town hall format up at Hempstead, New York at Hofstra University lies 4 days away. So how did that one work out and how will the other one work out? For the vice presidential debate, I share the view of many, and not just many conservatives, that Joe Biden came in with a desire to be more aggressive than the boss, a desire to be more effective than the boss. He succeeded at both of those, and yet with a price. Because I was thinking that he might come in sort of as the curmudgeonly Joe. Instead, he came across as the dismissive, condescending, snotty Joe, many times seeming with that laughter and that smirking to be saying, "You stupid little boy, what are you doing on this stage with me?" I don't think that served him well with independent voters. I mean, I know some of this might be my wishful conservative thinking and seeing things through my right-wing glasses, but I just think objectively speaking, that's off-putting. It was when Al Gore had the sigh and the eye rolls like a 14-year-old girl. I think generally Joe Biden would have done better for himself if he had come in and directed his energy toward his answers. And if he wants to roll out that 47% thing, knock yourself out, fine. But when it was time to actually listen to Paul Ryan when they had that split screen was not Joe Biden's friend. Just the finger-wagging rudeness of Vice President Biden. I'm not saying it was a deal breaker for him. The debate was probably a wash because Paul Ryan was very, very good. Maybe not as great, singularly great, as Mitt Romney had been, but maybe that's harder to do in the sit-down environment with Martha Raddatz right in front of you. First of all, it made it a lot easier for everybody to interrupt Paul Ryan, and heaven knows everybody did, from Joe Biden to Martha Raddatz. I think Martha did okay. I think she likes Joe better than Paul, but please, that's a given. So with that, I think the ball really doesn't move. I think that the narrative is still that the Obama-Biden ticket needs something to change the narrative of the Romney campaign on the rise. In the town hall format with Candy Crowley debating or moderating the debate on Tuesday night, it'll be an opportunity for President Obama to kind of work the room, make eye contact, do all those things, which I guess he's supposedly good at. Not as good as Clinton, not as good as Reagan, not even as good as Bush 43, who worked a room pretty well, or Rick Perry, who does that kind of thing very well. Mitt Romney is probably perceived as having none of those skills, and I think that this is an opportunity for him to do that exceeding expectations thing again, where he can take a look at a room full of people, and I want him to use that audience as a prop in one thing that I'll just reenact, or enact for you now. If I do it again, I'll reenact it. Where Governor Romney would look at the audience, gathered, probably sitting in the round or something like that, and say, "Mr. President, every single one of these people, they may not all vote for me, they may not all be of my politics, but every single one of these people has a larger financial burden on their head because of your administration. Every single one of these people is going to pay higher taxes if you get a second term. Every single one of these people is going to have some type of health care death panel nightmare," probably needs to find another phrase for that, if Obamacare continues to saddle these people and their health care decisions. Every single one of these people lives in a world that might not be quite as safe as it should be because of the laxitude of your foreign policy. So I'm glad to be here in front of all of these people and put out an offer to all of them for a safer America, a stronger America, a more fiscally sane America. That work out well for you? Okay, no charge. Now, there's debates and then there's deceptions. In the Biden debate, the thing that I just can't get past, Vice President Biden throwing the intelligence community under the bus? Well, that's what they told us. They told us it was the video that just made those people crazy. What? I mean, I don't want to sit here and just pull it right out of some orifice and say the vice president's a liar, but I think the vice president's a liar. What? There was a Reuters story on October 2nd that said, almost immediately, the administration knew that this was not the flames lit up by fury over some internet video. That was something that had the thumbprint of Al Qaeda. It had the footprints of terror all over it, and they knew it, and they knew it very, very quickly. So this narrative that, well, you know, the intelligence people told us something for, a few days there, and then as their story changed, our story changed. The Jay Carney song that this poor guy, this aggrieved White House spokesman, tried to tell, that story, it just sinks under its own weight, and to watch Joe Biden try to actually put that over on the American people, it was painful. I mean, it was politically beneficial because it's like, oh, that guy's going down. But as an American, it was painful to watch. It is and has been painful as an American to watch an administration, which I admittedly am not a fan of, go beyond just disagreeing with me on foreign policy, go beyond just being too weak for me on foreign policy, and enter into the sinister world of lying to me and to you about foreign policy. That's a whole nother smoke. If a Republican administration did this, you'd be seeing hand-delivered, engraved invitations to the impeachment hearings. I'm not going to waste our remaining moments complaining about the double standard. You just know that it's out there. Well, I'll tell you what else is out there. Another debate coming in a few days, and I want Governor Romney to be on this. Not just to score shallow political points, but to make clear that the moment his hand comes off that Bible on January 21st, Inauguration Day, usually January 20th is a Sunday, so it'll be 21st. The minute his hand comes off that Bible, that it's a different sheriff in town. It's a different world. It's a different way of doing business. And here's another opportunity for him to do that, and we'll talk about that debate on Monday and Tuesday leading up to it. Then, of course, on Wednesday, the morning after, we'll have all kinds of excerpts and stuff like that. In the meantime, if you're watching this on Friday, have a fantastic weekend. If you're watching it some other time, enjoy life and come listen to the show. Mark Davis Show, 7 to 10 Central Time on 660 AM The Answer, or via podcasts anytime you want. What is time? Here at 660amtheanswer.com.